Are you ready to embark on a vertiginous ascent into mayhem and fantastical violence? Developed by Com2 US Roca, Darksword Battle Eternity sets out to offer an intricate blend of RPG and action in a VR setting. The game wants you to step into a fantastic, visually enthralling world where every floor is a battle and every battle is a stepping stone to the ultimate showdown with a boss. But does it reach RPG Nirvana, or is it stuck on the ground floor? Let's find out. We'll talk about the gameplay, the graphics, the audio, the issues with the game, and finally, we'll give you our score. At the core of Darksword is a unique game design. You progress through levels as if ascending some demonic tower of violence, one plateau at a time. Each floor you reach is teeming with enemies that you need to dispatch before your elevator to destruction takes you further up to the boss. Initially, this feels exhilarating. However, the game quickly begins to feel like a roguelike wave brawler rather than a rich story-driven RPG that you might have been hoping for. The intuitive combat system does deserve a nod. When you press the grip on your bow hand, a bow materializes as if by magic. The same goes for your sword, making combat incredibly fluid. Adding to this are the RPG elements that allow you to craft or purchase stronger weapons as you ascend in rank. Aside from using your bow and arrows or sword to attack enemies, you can also use the teleport feature to perform a dash attack. If you target that close enough to an enemy, it'll stun them, giving you a clear chance to attack. You can also collect a perk that'll empower dashes even further, making them inflict damage to the enemies. Speaking of perks, you get to select one after completing each floor. The options range from enhanced damage to better armor and different arrow types like flame, ice, or bolt arrows. A personal favorite is the magical swords perk, where ethereal swords autonomously wreak havoc on your enemies. Also worth mentioning are the adorable critters that you can pick up to accompany you in combat. One of them will heal you, one of them has a slingshot, the other one is a combat expert. They not only provide moral and combative support, but also perform cute dances intermittently, adding a whimsical charm to the otherwise intense battle environment. The game's visual prowess on the Quest, even on the Quest 2, cannot be overstated. From the highly detailed textures to the intricate environmental geometry and impressive enemy designs, Darksword is a treat for the eyes. But alas, these exceptional graphics come at the expense of enemy variety and volume, reducing the game to a stunning but less challenging series of skirmishes. For a game that nails its visual aspects, the audio is a bit of a letdown. The background music seems to be stuck on repeat and becomes monotonous quite quickly. On the bright side, the weapon sound effects are sharp and satisfying, and the voice acting, while not award-winning, adds a layer of gravitas to your journey. While Darksword tantalizes with its graphical splendor and combat mechanics, it's plagued with issues that cannot be overlooked. The game sells itself as a VR action RPG, but falls woefully short in delivering anything that you could really call a role-playing game experience. And as mentioned above, although the graphics are really great, you quickly understand why. The game only ever throws 3 or 4 enemies at you at any given time. Darksword's difficulty curve is also quite annoying. While you can acquire weapons that make it easy to defeat regular enemies on each floor, those same weapons are often ineffective against their bosses. This imbalance forces you to upgrade your weapons to an extent where regular enemies become trivial to defeat, all in preparation for a challenging boss battle. Essentially, the vast disparity in difficulty between the bosses and regular enemies creates a very uneven gameplay experience. You either reach the boss and then it's a tedious experience because your weapons are too weak to defeat them, or your weapons are tough enough to defeat the boss, but it means that going up to the boss is a very tedious experience where you're killing fragile enemies that are completely overpowered by your weapons. There's also a matter of skins. The game gives you 2 skins for free, one male and one female, but additional skins come with a $9.99 price tag. For a game that already falls short in other areas, this does feel like a needless cash grab. Darksword Battle Eternity is like a striking painting with a few smudges that you really can't ignore. It excels in its visual presentation and has some neat gameplay features such as magical swords, perks, and adorable little critters. However, it fails in delivering what most of us would consider a decent full-fledged RPG experience, and it's more of a casual fling than a committed relationship, easy on the eyes but could be hard on your patience. Is that worth your money? You get to decide. Overall, 6 out of 10. Fireballs. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, remember to give us a like. If you want more VR content from us, give us a subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
You never escape from this place. Never!